Hey guys, it's Kara from iStampin.com. Thanks for joining me on another one of my Create a Card Mondays. Today is finally the day that I am showing some of the new products that are going to be released on Wednesday, June 1st. I've had these products here in my hands since I attended On Stage Live back in April, but I just didn't want to show them to you because you couldn't get them. So if I just kind of assume my clients or my viewers are kind of like me, when you can't get something, I really don't want to see it until it's like really close to the time where I can get it. So I thought doing this video today wouldn't be too torturous because even though it is a tease, you don't have to wait too much longer to be able to order these products, which is on Wednesday, so 2 days from now. And I will say that a majority of my customers should have received their annual catalogs by now. I have been mentioning on a regular basis that I asked for everybody to go and fill out the form to request a catalog, just so that ensures that I have a valid address. I will link that on the description box on this YouTube video, as well as the blog post that will accompany this project, just in case if you've missed that. So if you are a current preferred customer of mine, and to be a preferred customer, you should have, or to be considered a preferred customer, you would have needed to spend $50 with me from April of 2015 to April of 2016 to receive a free catalog. If you aren't a preferred customer and would like to still receive a free catalog, all that I ask you do is to pay for the priority mail shipping, and all that information will be attached to this blog post and the video. Alright, so this is the card that we're going to be making. We are using the brand new Love and Affection stamp set, along with the Affectionately Yours Designer Series Specialty paper. So this is two patterns that you see, and this is copper gold foil on this floral image, which is really pretty. The other thing that we're going to be using is the texture, or the Floral Affection Texture Impressions Embossing folder. So you actually get two of these. So this is a nice little floral design with a vine, and then this is just flowers and some leaves. And I think that is it for the new products. So why don't we get started? It's a super easy card to make and comes together really quickly. Alright, so the first thing that you're going to do is just to get a piece of mint macaron cardstock, and I've cut this down just to the traditional A2 size card, which is 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. And I like to run my bone folder wherever I've creased it to give it that nice clean edge. Then what I've done is I've cut the Designer Series paper. We're going to be using the back side, so the A and the B side of the paper. And I have cut this down to, this is going to be 5 by 3 3/4 inches. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of offset each of them, just to kind of give it a nice little look, and I will just use my snail for that. So I'm very excited that the time has finally come to start using some of the new products. I'm really excited. And the other nice thing that is taking place on Wednesday as well is Stampin' Up! Is offering a great promotion if you would like to join my team. To join my team, all you have to do is purchase a starter kit for $99 plus tax. It ships for free, and you're able to choose $125 worth of product. But the other thing that starts on Wednesday as well is you get to include 2 free stamp sets. So that is included with the $125 worth of products. So those 2 extra stamp sets. And it can be, you can choose, you know, these starter kits are completely customizable. And so it can be everything from the new catalog if that's what you want to do. So it's just a great It's a great little promotion. So if you if your wish list is just a mile long like mine was, you know, take advantage of that starter kit, and you know, for $99 you get 125 plus 2 free stamp sets. So if you have any questions over that, comment below, get in touch with me, and I will be more than happy to help you out. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do our embossing with this embossing folder. This Whisper White piece of cardstock measures 3 by 4 1/4, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of, I kind of want it off to the side like this. So I know on my example it's a little bit different, but I think I'm going to do it like this. So I'm going to run this through my Big Shot. Alright, so once we run it through, it's going to look like that. So can you see that? So it really gives a very deep texture, which is really nice. So I could see, you know, you could do sponging. You could do a lot of really neat techniques with that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get out our Mint Macaron ink pad and our Watermelon Wonder. We're going to be using this image right here and this little image right there. And we're just going to kind of dress up this white cardstock. Okay, so let's get these on blocks. And here you can see in my sample, what I'm doing is I'm just kind of like making it look like the little leaf and flowers are just kind of coming from this main flower. So we're going to do the stems first. And it, you know, you want to have it where it kind of looks like it's going off the paper, or that it is going off the paper. And that's the nice thing with the photopolymer. So if you saw where I didn't get a very good impression down here, with these clear stamps, you just line them back up and it's easy to stamp over that. Okay, so we're done with that. And now we're going to come in with our Watermelon Wonder. Alright, so now we're just going to add some flowers. And again, just have it where it goes off, where it kind of leads the eye. And there's really no rhyme or reason, just whatever looks good to you. Okay, one more down here. Okay, and that's it. That seemed okay. So we're going to leave that out. Put that off to the side. Now what I've done is I've just gotten a strip of Watermelon Wonder. This measures 1 inch by about 3 3/4. I'm going to use the Banner Triple Punch to notch it. So you know, just have it long enough where it's going to be enough to cover the card. You'll see in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to be stamping this sentiment here. You are every lovely word I could possibly think of. So I am just going to line it up here on my grid mat. I like to use the lines to make sure that I've got the stamp straight. Oops. Okay. And I'm going to be notching the left side of this, so I'm going to stamp closer to the right. And actually, I'm going to turn that over because I didn't really get a good impression, and I'm going to put my Stampin' Pierce mat down. I should have done that from the beginning. All right, so let's try this again. If you don't get a good impression, put this down and that should really help. Oh, that's much better. Okay, so then you're just going to get out your punch, and what I like to do is I like to flip it over to see where I've stamped to make sure that I'm not going to punch out where I've stamped. So that looks good. Perfect. All right, so let's bring our card base back in, and then we're going to go ahead and finish building this out. So this is just going to go right on top straight. And I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. And I'd love to hear what y'all are thinking about this new catalog. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be in so much trouble June 1st. I'm going to have to really just monitor myself and just not go crazy and buy one of everything. All right, so that's just going to go right there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a dimensional just on this side and then use snail over here. And then that's going to, I'm going to line this up flush on the right side. Not all the way. Well, yeah, I will. I'll do that. And that is it. So there is this week's Create a Card Monday using the brand new Love and Affection stamp, the Designer Series paper, and the Texture Impressions Embossing folder. I hope y'all liked today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm getting so close to 2,000 subscribers, and I've really am going to do something fun when I reach that milestone. Head on over to my blog, which is istampin.com, and subscribe to my weekly newsletter, which is exclusive to my subscribers. And if you have any questions over anything that I used today, feel free to comment below. And I will see y'all on Wednesday for Stampin' Up! 3D Wednesday. Thanks, guys. Bye.